Hello, good evening everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Obianoju Okechukwu, and on this channel I share things on personal development, I share things based on faith, and I tell stories and have conversations basically. Today on content day 3, content challenge day 3, I will still be talking about self-esteem. This is like a sequel to yesterday's video on self-esteem. Yesterday we talked about low self-esteem. We delved into how you can identify low self-esteem and how you can get out of it. Let me put the disclaimer here in relations to yesterday's video that your esteem is part of what makes you, and for most people they have lived the bulk of their lives thinking like that or acting like that. And in your journey to move away from low self-esteem, you have to be patient with yourself. You have to realize that it took you years to form, years of your life, significant number of years to form that habit. And it's not something you may be able to eradicate in 1 year, in just this 2024. So it will take deliberate effort, it will take conscious decisions, it will take actions and sometimes inactions to help you come out of it. So today, I will be sharing or talking about a healthy self-esteem. And sometimes you would think these are things that are common knowledge to everybody, like everybody knows about esteem, but you will realize that at the deeper level, some of the actions and decisions we take all stem from the kind of esteem we have. When we say something is healthy, it means that it breeds, it's vital, it's energetic. Okay, so the word healthy comes from the medical sector or the medical discipline. Health, vitality, wellness. A healthy self-esteem is an esteem that gives you a sense of security, a sense of confidence, a sense of fulfillment in who you are or where you are. I take it again. A healthy self-esteem is an esteem that builds a sense of security, a sense of well-being, and a sense of confidence in who you are. Okay? Now, a healthy self-esteem is the kind of esteem that adds value to you as a person. Wherever you find yourself and you have a healthy self-esteem, it becomes very easy for you to add value to that place, to that organization, to that association, because first of all, you see a lot of value in yourself. All right? It takes somebody with a healthy self-esteem to add value, because a healthy self-esteem first says, I am a person of value. I have value. I can add value to this thing. I can add value to this society. I can add value to this association. Whereas a low self-esteem, like we discussed in the previous video, shies away from responsibility. A healthy self-esteem might be shaken or might be startled at first when such an individual meets a new challenge. A person with a healthy self-esteem would see a challenge and be like, you know what, let me give it a try. Whatever will be the outcome, it's fine by me. A healthy self-esteem breeds the ground for acceptance. When somebody has a healthy self-esteem, they first of all accept themselves. They accept themselves for who they are. They accept the outcome of things regardless of the expectation, and they hope for the best. For instance, somebody with a healthy self-esteem will say something like, oh, I was part of a competition. I didn't do so well in the competition, but it's fine. A healthy self-esteem creates the ground, the breeding ground, the platform for self-acceptance. And self-acceptance is what frees you from that need to find validation in other people. It's like, I am complete in myself. I am complete in myself. A person with a healthy self-esteem, you will hear things like, I applied for this job, I didn't get it, but I'm not scared, I'm only disappointed. I am sure I will get the next job. I am sure the next application I will be accepted. Now, a healthy self-esteem breeds optimism. It breeds positivity because it's a mindset. Remember, we established yesterday, we established in the previous video that everything rises and falls in the realm of the mind. Even the Bible acknowledges that when it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, a healthy self-esteem is what helps your mind to be renewed. Because this person keeps being forward in their thoughts, in their thinking. It didn't work out, but it could work out. I'm not at the actual weight I should be, but I have a beautiful body. I am still within 75 kg. I can be better, but I love my body. I can be better. I can be thinner. Though I don't like this shape of my body, I can be better. I don't like this shape of my body, but with the right combination of diet and workout, I can be better. A healthy self-esteem does not seek validation in others. I think it was worth adding there that a healthy self-esteem does not seek validation from other people. The reason why we have a lot of people in society who do a lot of things to please other people is because in themselves, they are not comfortable. So they need to be around a certain clique, they need to be around a certain location, they need to make a certain amount of money before they feel like something. Beyond all of this charade, deep down is a problem of esteem. And developing a healthy self-esteem, in my opinion, would save you from 50% of the problems and issues of life because you don't have anybody to impress. Because you're not living your life on the terms of others. Because you are free from the opinions of other people. Yes, people would always have an opinion. But you choose what is necessary for your journey and you trash the rest. That's what a healthy self-esteem can do for anybody. Now, what are some of the signs of a healthy self-esteem? Number 1, you are assertive. You are assertive. You are expressive of your opinions. You are expressive of your choices. You are expressive of your needs and opinion. Have you met people who they are in a place and they are not comfortable, but they don't want to express it? Let's say they are sitting in a room with an air conditioner blowing at full speed. And instead of being like, excuse me, can I get a shawl? Or can I please have the AC turned on? Okay, for instance, they are sitting next to a window on a bus. They are heading downtown. And the next person tries to okay, for instance, have you met children who it's easy for them to express themselves, their opinion? They go like, no, auntie, I don't like chocolate ice cream. I prefer strawberry. I prefer vanilla. That's a healthy self-esteem. They are assertive. They are expressive with their needs. They are expressive with their opinion. It's not difficult for such people when they are having issues to find help. You know why? Because they are expressive with their needs. They are expressive with their desires. Okay? The second sign of a healthy self-esteem is choices or decision making. A person with a healthy self-esteem might be influenced by the decisions of others, but is not compelled to take decisions because of others. The person realizes that they have a sense of choice by themselves. They can make choices independent of other people. Another sign of a healthy self-esteem is the ability to form meaningful relationships and remove oneself from an unhealthy relationship. There are some people who remain in toxic relationships for a very long time. That is simply an indication that this person's self-esteem has been totally destroyed, has been totally tarnished. So it is difficult for them to detach. They find themselves needy in that relationship. Somebody with a healthy, or an individual with a healthy self-esteem, finds it easy to come into relationships. They can create the ground for great relationships, and they can take themselves away from such. Now, when you no longer have the ability to remove yourself from a relationship that has gone toxic, you better watch it. Your esteem might be really low. Another sign of a healthy self-esteem is the ability to be realistic. A person with a healthy sense of esteem is not overly critical of others. Because what it does to them sometimes, you see some people who are perfectionists. They are not perfectionists because they like to make things better, but they are trying to fill the void they don't find in themselves. And sometimes they require that of the next person. They want you to go to the mile of creating. They want you to exert all of yourself just to ensure that this thing works. While that can be termed as passion, sometimes it's an underlying indicator of an unhealthy self-esteem. Someone with an unhealthy self-esteem, no matter how much you do, will still not find it satisfactory because they are not satisfied in their own skin. Another sign of a healthy self-esteem is the ability to be resilient. Take note, the ability to be resilient, not exerting yourself, but being resilient. Resilience is your ability to bounce back no matter how difficult a situation has been for you. That ability you have to bounce back, to tell yourself that no, this may have gone wrong, but I can be better. It can be better. I will put in the work. I will analyze and find out why it didn't work out the first time, and I will make better use of my time. I will make something better and more meaningful out of this. Now that's a self-esteem. As opposed to an unhealthy self-esteem that wants you to go all the way because you're trying to make up for a room or an emptiness or a hollow or a void in themselves. A healthy self-esteem helps you to be resilient. Resilience is your ability to bounce back despite an ugly situation. Now, it is only somebody with a healthy self-esteem that can be resilient. A person with a low self-esteem, it will be like, I tried and it failed. Sometimes it's just one try. But a healthy self-esteem says, I will keep doing it, I will keep pushing till I see the end of it. An unhealthy self-esteem actually pushes down or remains where they fell. I give you a story. I have stories for all of these examples because at some point in my life, I used to be there. Immediately after I got out of school, I got a job as a classroom teacher. Yes, I got a job as a classroom teacher, and I was required to teach English to primary school pupils between year 6 and year 8. Now, the first few weeks seemed like, wow, what an experience for me. It was a beautiful school, amazing colleagues, awesome children. But as the days went by, I discovered a degree of dissatisfaction. I felt like this is not where I should be. This is not where I should be. This is not what I should be doing with my life. Of course, I love to reach out. I love to communicate with people. But at this point, I need to do something better for myself with my time. And it affected my job. It affected my job, and I lost the job because I wasn't giving my best and I was asked to leave. At the time, I was dealing with a lot of low self-esteem. I left the job, and for weeks I kept sobbing. I kept seeing myself as a very unproductive person.